If I can make a confession, I never played any Halo game when they first released. There are at least a couple other reasons why, but one of them is by the time the sequels were already coming out, I didn't have much interest as I didn't play the first one. And for the longest time, I never owned a console from the Xbox family until the Xbox 360 late in its life, as when the first console of theirs came out, my siblings and I had the GameCube, while my parents had the PlayStation 2, having not getting my own until much later in early 2010. And even if I did have one, I couldn't because Halo had this big, bolded M as a rating, at least not until I was the right age. Meanwhile, my parents liberalized the ratings a little bit with my siblings. Well, ESRB and PEGI aren't always that accurate with how they rate games. Then I would get an Xbox One, and I would see the former Xbox One exclusive, a compilation of Halo games, including 343's anniversary remaster of Bungie's Halo Combat Evolved, plus a then new anniversary remaster of Halo 2, with the remainder of games being Halo 3 and Halo 4, alongside DLC being the spin-off games Reach and ODST. How does this compilation fare for a new fan of the franchise like me? You'll find out. The story's going to be a lot harder to describe when it comes to a compilation, but damn it, I'm gonna try. The premise of Halo primarily focuses on the battles of Spartan super soldier John 117, aka Master Chief, as he fights alongside the United Nations Space Command in their war against the Covenant. But in the main 3 games, there is another enemy known as the Flood, who have the ability to infest human and alien alike. Alongside that, Chief is tasked with investigating mysterious ring-shaped superweapons/worlds called Halos. While in Halo 4, Chief is tasked with fighting not only Covenant, but an alien race known as the Prometheans in another 3-way battle. But besides the main adventures of the Chief, we also have stories with other characters playable. In Halo 2, we also play as the Arbiter of the Covenant as they investigate a cult of traitors within their own race and their worship of the Flood. And in the DLC add-on games, Reach and ODST, where they each focus on more UNSC soldiers, Reach being a prequel and focusing on where the conflict between humanity and the Covenant started, while ODST focuses on a team of shock troopers stranded and separated on the Earth city of New Mombasa, fighting for their lives against the Covenant. And for near every one of these games, there is some epic storytelling and lore to be found here. Except for maybe Halo 4. I don't know, but besides one rather emotional moment between Chief and his partner Cortana, I just can't seem to care about the main story here. Some weird plot with Cortana's code going bad, all the while fighting another alien race, more ancient and deadly, just makes it hard to care that much otherwise. If I had to pick my favorite of the storylines though, it's Halo 2 for trying to diversify between UNSC and Covenant, telling us what's going on the opposite side like there is with the UNSC. On to the gameplay. Every game in the Master Chief Collection is a first-person shooter, with the first 2 on the original Xbox in particular being revolutionary for aspects like its multiplayer and storytelling, even popularizing concepts like dual-stick shooting and self-regenerating health and shields. But unlike many old-school shooters before and a little after it, between a parody of movie heroes, secret agents, mercs turned Jedi and their apprentices, as well as hell-tripsing space marines, and where you can have a full arsenal equipped for when you need a certain weapon, Halo does away with that and only allows for Chief and company to carry only 2 weapons at a time, dropping one weapon for another. Though Halo 2 and 3 utilize one cool feature I love, and that is dual-wielding select one-handed guns, because dual-wielding any weapon will never not be awesome for me, and I was saddened with games from ODST and onward took it out. The games still play great as they are, even as some weapons like the pistol play differently from each game. And while we're on it, let's talk about the multiplayer options. And competitive multiplayer allows for modes across all games to be bundled together, which is quite convenient. You got your deathmatch, capture the flag, king of the hill, among other modes. One of which allowing you to place bombs in enemy territory and you gotta make sure it explodes. Me? I always just randomize matches through this social game feature, which are usually death matches or swap mostly, but that's okay. And I'm happy to announce that as of this writing, the online plays pretty well on my connection. And thankfully, the Master Chief Collection carries a lot of the local multiplayer content the past games have had, so Not only do we have the option of split-screen multiplayer against friends, we can also co-op in many of the campaigns, which I dare say makes the campaign a bit more fun. On to the visuals, and obviously having different games, each game looks a bit differently. But otherwise, all of them still look pretty damn good today. And in the case of Halo 1 and Halo 2, there is an option where you can switch between the modern graphics or the classic style. A feature that Gearbox would copy with their 20th anniversary re-release of Duke Nukem 3D. The soundtrack, with the majority of the games having work of Martin O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore, with the sole standout being Halo 4, which was composed by Neil Davidge, is also terrific, matching the sci-fi epic Halo aims for. It's also accompanied by some equally terrific voice acting. Yeah, some celebs like Keith David, Nathan Fillion, Ron Perlman, and Tricia Helfer, but you also got VA legend Nolan North involved in ODST. But besides the pretty dumb story for Halo 4, the only other thing I dislike about any of the Halo games are the driving segments. Granted, it isn't so bad with the air vehicles, but land vehicles are another story, especially with Warthogs, and it's such a pain to control using solely analog sticks to move, made worse when Halo 1 and 3 have their last missions with time limits. And oh boy, the amount of swearing I spouted during Halo 1's final mission. So when I said Time Splitter's Future Perfect had better driving than Halo, I meant it. Otherwise, the controls are great for the mainline first-person shooting, popularizing a concept Argonaut attempted with their FPS on the PlayStation with dual-stick controls, and even further than that with Rare's FPS classics on the N64 if you had two controllers. Overall, for my starting point into the Halo series, the Master Chief Collection is a stellar package to pick up, even with just 3 out of the 4 main games, but the additional DLC add-ons of Reach and ODST are also great fun too. And with the highly addictive multiplayer, it's no wonder the Halo series is generally held in such high regard.